We're here at the Westin Hotel in Seattle, Washington. It's Saturday, the day before the Seattle Marathon. We'll be talking to people that have new products, new running gear. We'll be talking to racers themselves and looking at maps. I hope you enjoy the show. Leo's running the race, and I'm Leo Schumaker.
We're talking to Loka Murphy about Let's Run, the Green Lake Running Group. How many people do you have in your group?
We have 6,000 plus people that are signed up for our meetup site, but not everybody attends. So maybe we have about 400 active members. We're a free group. We have runs every day of the week, and we usually do race trainings several times throughout the year for doing half marathon build-ups, and then we do spring marathon training and a fall marathon training. Groups morphed into having people that do trails, ultras, so it's been really cool to watch it kind of evolve and grow.
How did it start?
I just finished the Seattle half marathon. It was my first race, and I was really worried that I was gonna lose my momentum, and so I thought if I could round up a bunch of my friends and meet on Saturday mornings and go for a run. And so on January 2nd, 2012, had 9 friends showed up, and we did a lap around Green Lake, and it's just grown from there.
How far around is Green Lake?
Inner loop is 2.8, and the outer loop is like 3.1, 3.2.
And now you have thousands.
Now we have lots, and now we're like the official pace group for that race, which is pretty cool.
You know, the best thing about running with people that I feel, tell me if this is true, you have people to talk to, you find somebody who talks a lot, you ask them a question and they can answer it and tell jokes.
And the friends, the relationships that have kind of grown from the group is pretty incredible. Like people that never would have come in contact otherwise are now best friends, and they do everything together. So it's been really cool to watch these relationships develop, and it's been pretty cool.
Is there a Facebook page?
We have a Facebook page and then meetup site.
Okay.
Meetup.com is a website that pools people with similar interests, and so you could have a pug meetup, you could have a book club meetup. You know, there's a huge variety of options. We're obviously a running group meetup, and it's a really easy way. So if you went to rungreenlake.com, you'd be able to find our meetup.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course, my pleasure.
We're talking to Sean from Hoka Ona Ona. There's great shoes, they're a different technology. How did it all come about? When did it first start?
Yeah, so Hoka Ona One's roots are really in the French Alps. Basically, our founders, Jean-Luc and Nico Mermad, wanted to figure out a way to make running downhill a lot easier on the body. And so that's how they innovated with our high cushion. And they just found that high cushion allowed the shoe to roll off the ground a little better as you ran downhill. Naturally, that shifted into the trail, and then a little bit of everything else, and here we are.
Well, Sean, what do you run in? What kind of Hokas do you do?
I prefer the Clifton. I just like the fact that it's still that high cushion, but maybe a little bit firmer, a little bit of a faster feel than some of our classic models. And it just kind of fits my running style well, being a neutral shoe.
And you're the corporate sponsors of the Seattle Marathon, aren't you?
We are indeed.
How long have you done this for? How many years have you sponsored
I believe it's been 2 or 3 years now, although I just started with Hoka Ona One back in April, so I haven't been with the brand too long, but and we are sponsoring as well next year.
What made you want to work with the shoe
I actually got my first pair. It was a Clifton last year, 2016. I was working in the industry for a different brand, and I was kind of like unsure about Hoka because they look kind of funky. Put them on and immediately was hooked. So I was like, this is really cool, and then had an opportunity to apply, and here I am.
What are the new models? You have some of the older models here, but there's new models coming out all the time. What do you have?
Yeah, so these models actually are in season, so they're fairly new. The newest iteration of the Clifton, it's model number 4. The newest iteration of the Bondi is model number 5. And we have the Gaviota here, which is one of Hoka's first stability type shoes. It does have a medial post for those who overpronate, but what's great about it is you still get that plush classic Hoka feel that everyone's come to know and love. And in 2018, we'll see Hoka come out with some lower profile stuff in our Fly collection. It's going to be speaking to a little bit of a younger consumer who was maybe a little bit scared to try Hoka in the past.
Is there a website or a Facebook page we can go to?
HokaOneOne.com, of course. And then we are on Facebook, all the social medias, of course, Instagram, Twitter. But I will always push people towards their local specialty running store because those are really, they're going to be your local experts, and virtually every running store in America carries Hoka now.
So the name?
Yes.
How did it come about?
So Hoka One One is Maori, as we were just discussing, is an Aboriginal New Zealand language, and it loosely means time to fly, hence the reason you see that on our tagline. But our founders spent a lot of time doing races down in Australia and New Zealand, and so a lot of our shoes and a lot of our taglines are named after that. The Bondi, for example, is named after Bondi Beach in Australia.
Excellent. Thank you, Sean, so much.
Thanks for having us.
We're talking to Allison Decker about the booth here. Now, what's going on here, Allison?
Well, technically it's a UW medicine booth.
Okay.
To promote UW medicine services, but some of our volunteers here are members of Team Transplant, which is a program out of University of Washington Medical Center to promote fitness and donor awareness. So we've got a group of our liver, kidney, pancreas, heart transplant recipients who've been training diligently the past 16 weeks for the half marathon.
Wow, that's a lot of training with the illness that they've gone through.
Yes.
How do they do it?
How do they do it?
Yeah, do you encourage them?
Yes, so we have a 16-week training program.
Excellent, okay.
We ask that everybody be able to walk 3 miles before joining us because we need people to be fairly independent and in pretty good shape. So we have I send them out training schedules for that time, and then we have group practices on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. that we rotate through different locations in the Seattle area.
How many people are involved in the program?
We probably have about, it's different there's layers of involvement. There's the people who are on the email list and kind of take it as encouragement and they're doing their own thing. Our core group is probably about 40 to 50 people who will show up at practices. I think tomorrow, I think we've had about 15 patients who signed up. Starla here is one of our lung transplants. She's doing the race. And Colleen over there is one of our kidney transplants. The cool thing about Colleen is she's going to be celebrating her 40th anniversary of her transplant the day after the race.
Amazing.
I know. It's pretty incredible. It's pretty incredible. This is her first half marathon, so it's a big deal.
Now, if someone wanted more information about this program, where would they go to? Is there a website, a Facebook page?
Yes, we have a Facebook page, UWMC Team Transplant. It's the public one, not the private. And then we do have a website. It's embedded in the UW Medicine platform. We do have information in the virtual goodie bag. If people want to click on those links in there, they can find more information about us.
How did you get involved in this program?
I have been working at UWMC for over 20 years. I'm a clinical dietitian and I've been a competitive runner myself. And I thought this is actually our 17th Seattle Half Marathon. And I thought 16 years ago that there would be a way for us to do a better job of promoting fitness for our patients and get them exercising after transplant. A lot of the issues after transplant can be related to diet. They're at risk for weight gain, they're at risk of osteoporosis, they're at risk of high blood sugar, hypertension. And I think the whole idea of wellness starts over after transplant. So diet and exercise play a big part in health after transplant. So this is a way to kind of encourage that and bring more awareness to the benefits of organ donation.
Thank you. You're doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for being here.
We're talking to Starla and Jason about the event tomorrow. You'll be walking the event?
I'm going to be walking a half a marathon, and I've been training for 3 months, and I am with Team Transplant for the University of Washington, and they sponsor our group, and our coach Allison is a fabulous coach, and we get together every Saturday for 3 to 4 months and do a longer walk or run, depending what you want to do. And then tomorrow is the final, and we're all excited and pumped to do it. And I feel really good about it. I got up to 10 miles, so I feel I'm going to do a good job.
Now, you're a lung transplantation
I'm a lung transplant
survivor.
7 years ago. And this is going to be my 6th half marathon, and I don't think I'd be as healthy as I am now without this program. And it's fabulous, and it's great bonding with other people that have had transplants, and it's fabulous.
We're talking to Anna about BaseCampBellingham.org. What's it all about?
So Basecamp Bellingham is an offshoot of the Bellingham and Whatcom Tourism Bureau, and we promote everything that is outdoors, recreation, bringing people to Bellingham, the breweries. I personally work for Ski to Sea. I put on the Ski to Sea race, but we just love to go to different expos with the Basecamp Bellingham booth and promote everything you can do outdoors in Bellingham.
What is Ski to Sea?
Ski to Sea is the largest multi-sport relay race in the nation. It's 7 sports and 8 teammates. Well, actually this year, this 2018, you can do 3 to 8 teammates, but it's a 93-mile course from the top of Mount Baker to Bellingham Bay.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
How many people altogether, you think?
Well, last year we had about 2,400 people participating, but we estimate about 30,000 people in the community race weekend, supporting and spectators.
When did it first start?
1973.
And why did it start?
Well, that's a good question. I was 4, I'm not quite sure.
How did you get involved in it?
I got involved, I just started on a part-time basis with Whatcom Events, is the nonprofit organization that puts on Ski to Sea and the Tour to Whatcom, and just started with them a couple of years ago and just fell into the race director position. I mean, I got involved because I love promoting everything that's Bellingham. It's a great city, I love it.
Why do you like Bellingham?
It's so beautiful, and it's a real sense of community. It's a small town. Yeah, we have a great arts and culture and recreation scene, but it really just feels, you know, small town. But we're so close to hiking trails, swimming, biking. It's Puget Sound, the islands, Vancouver, Seattle.
Do you ski?
I don't ski.
Do you run?
I snowshoe. I run and I bike. Bike is my main sport. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like a wonderful event. I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna watch it this coming.
In May?
Yes, I will.
Good,
Yep.
Good.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, one more thing. Before we go away, is there a Facebook page? Is there a website?
Yeah, the website is skitosea.com, Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, all of those things.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks.
We're talking to John Block about the Whistler Half Marathon. When's it take place, John?
It takes place in June, the first weekend in June on a Saturday. Makes it easy to travel.
Where's Whistler at?
Whistler, British Columbia. It's a ski resort. One of the world's top ski resorts, and which makes it sort of scary for everybody to come because they think we're running up mountains, but we're not.
Well, what's the route like?
We have a fairly undulating route, comfortable, pretty fast, and yeah, it's a great run. It's a paved trail. Maybe a bear, maybe not a bear.
And how many people do you expect, John?
We cap our race to 1,500 people.
Okay.
So not super crowded.
How about support? Do you have a lot of support along the way?
Lots of support along the way.
Okay.
And lots of locals cheering you on.
Really? That's good.
Which is really great fun.
So the Whistler Half Marathon takes place when again?
June 2nd.
And is there a Facebook page or a website we can go to?
There is a Facebook page and a website. Whistler Half Marathon website.
Thank you so much, John.
Thank you very much.
We're talking to Christine about the Vancouver Marathon. Now, when does it happen?
This coming year will happen on May 6th. So it happens the first Sunday of every May.
Tell us about the course.
Well, we have a full marathon, marathon relay, half marathon, at an 8-kilometer course, equivalent to 5 miles. We also have a kids run the day before. So for the full marathon, the course goes from Queen Elizabeth Park downtown, so about 70% of it is along the seawall and along the coast, so it's beautiful. For the half marathon, it's nicknamed the Fast Half. The first 2 miles is downhill, and then after that, the bridge goes from downtown and then along the coast. So very nice as well.
And you had the best expo too.
We have a 3-day expo, the Health, Lifestyle, and Fitness Expo, happening at the VCC West, and it is gorgeous. We have a lot of vendors and a lot of great people.
Is there a website or a Facebook we can go to?
Yes, there is. It's NemoManMarathon.ca.
Excellent. Thank you so much. All right, Catherine, I'm walking by this booth that says Unpreparation. What's it all mean?
Unpreparathon. Unpreparathon is when you train for an event, but the unexpected happens, or you just didn't have time to train, but you're going to run it anyway and have a great time.
And that's hard to do.
That is hard to do. We like to think we bring some light-footed inspiration to the running community and the active community in general. We have lines of fun running cards and fun apparel.
I love this card right here. Why don't you hold that one up?
Oh, yes.
A lot of people do that.
GPS. It didn't happen. So don't forget to press start.
So you can send these cards out to people that are going to do a race and say, don't forget to push start.
Yes, all your running friends, maybe folks are doing a marathon over here. We've got some great marathon cards.
I love this one. Every time I see someone with a baby buggy, a mother runner.
Mother runner. So we have a great definition of a mother runner and all the wonderful things that mothers do, and then they get up the next morning and run however many miles.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
How did this idea come about? Did you start it? Did you ladies, all three of you started?
I have two wonderful
Why don't you get
business
closer?
partners. We've run together for almost a decade now, and we had these ideas cycling around. We decided one day to make a business out of it.
So do you get these ideas when you're running? You're saying, how about this? How about that?
Often that's personal experience.
Good.
You see a lot of our personal experience reflected in these cards and in the apparel.
Are you ladies running tomorrow?
Yes. We are living our work, and we are doing an unpreparathon or half unpreparathon at the Seattle Half Marathon tomorrow.
Well, have a good race tomorrow. And if people want more information, is there a Facebook page? A
Yes,
website?
there's a Facebook page. You can look up Unpreparathon, spelled as it is above, or go to www.unpreparathon.com.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much.